So we find ourselves at the Crane Hotel, commonly known for holding Elysium. We find amongst a nice, well lit room, Mason Cassidy sitting, waiting, in kind of almost like a communal kind of foyer kind of area. And he's just sitting there waiting, almost like a booth type deal. And he's been asked to meet by one Deacon Grant.
So, as you're sitting there, I presume you're sort of looking out towards the entrance.
Sure.
You see someone coming in a long coat with a hat on his head. He sort of walks through the door, shakes it off before looking around for someone to take his coat. He sort of hands it to, I presume, one of the clerks or one of the people just walking around. Takes his hat off, spots you, and then starts to walk over. Mr. Cassidy, thank you for agreeing to meet with me.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Grant.
It's a introduction far too long in the making.
Yes, I don't believe I've heard of you. To be fair, there's plenty of people that I haven't heard of. But why do you want to talk to me?
May I take a seat? And he sort of.
Oh yeah, of course.
He pulls the seat out. I heard the events earlier this week.
Yes.
Have you still got the scar, by the way?
Oh yeah, no, his so like the right side of his face it doesn't look like unnatural anymore. It kind of looks like regular, like kind of serious burn marks across the right side, like his right cheek.
Yeah.
And down his face, along his neck, and you can see it's kind of towards the base of his neck. It's more serious, suggesting there's more underneath.
Yeah.
Along the right side of his body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I can still see what happened.
It's going to take a while to get that sorted. Unfortunate affairs.
Yeah. If you don't mind me asking, the information that's come through has been sort of rumor and just general chit chat. I wondered if you could fill me in on what actually happened.
In general, the whole night?
I think just the outcome. I from what I was told, it was a very long evening for you.
You could say that. Well, the outcome, most of the long night are dead. Not all of them. Probably about a third of them are left. If that, all of their leaders are gone. But we lost a couple of our own in Bart and Declius.
So Bob's still alive.
Bob is still alive, but he's disappeared.
Yeah, I was going to ask. No one's seen him.
His ghoul, Sabina, she doesn't know where he is. Says that he just vanished at the end of the night.
Damn. Do we have any more leads on the rest of the long night?
I believe that would be down to the new Archon. I believe he has some leads and is gathering information.
Oh, I wasn't aware there was a power change.
Yes, I was rightfully so. I was replaced after the events of that evening.
Damn.
They brought in from what I've been told, a former constable of New York.
An outsider. That's exactly what we need. Oh, well, I'm sorry to hear that.
It was inevitable, given the events of the evening.
Quite.
What do you, if you don't mind me asking, what do you do in the All Night Society?
Well, my official role is Judex within the Invictus. So I've spent a lot of time working way up the tower and working with a lot of the Kindred Society. But
Yes.
mostly I only see the ones from Invictus. Sorry, it's taken me a while to get round to you.
It's not a problem. It's been a busy few weeks.
It certainly has. There's been a lot of stuff going on.
Yes, yes, there has. So is there anything particularly you'd like to know aside from details of that night?
I mean, not particularly. I was just, I wanted to meet because I wanted to ask you in person if I could help out at all.
Ah, unfortunately, I'm the wrong person to ask at this point.
But still, you were there that evening. Surely something you heard or saw could point us in the right direction.
Nothing. Every one of them that we found, none of them were going to be taken alive. They had bomb vests. All of them
Bomb vests.
with like fireworks, makeshift explosives, and flammable materials, things that we were vulnerable to. All of them acting on dead man's triggers, but also having manual operation and remote operation via phone between all the members. They had so many fail-safes for those vests that none of them were going to be taken alive.
Damn. Sounds like a hellish evening.
You could say that.
So, what's your plans now? If I presume you're going to take some time to heal that, but
yeah, I think right now I'm going to lay low. I'm in no condition to fight at the moment. I need to get back into condition for that. If the new Archon, I've had interaction with the new Archon, and he's if he finds anything, he might call me. So if anything comes of that, then I'll be moving with him. But apart from that, yeah, just laying low and healing up. I think it's a few of us were lucky to make it out of there.
Yeah, there were a lot of reports written.
What have you heard?
That there was a lot of fires and there was a lot of police and firefighters called that evening.
And there was.
It was just a very busy evening by all accounts.
It was, yeah.
Harder than a night's work, eh?
I think that's a little bit more than the usual night's work.
It's more than most of us would like to come. That close.
Yeah, it's a miracle that there weren't any, that no one lost control.
It's a testament to the character of all of you that went out there.
Thank you.
You did good. All you did.
That's not the message that I've been given. Evidently, seeing as I'm no longer Archon.
Sometimes the higher ups don't always see it the way they're supposed to.
I guess they're more concerned with the details of it and the covering up, which, well, in fairness, is probably going to be a massive headache for the Seneschal.
It might well be, but at the end of the day, you had a job and you get it done. In my book, that deserves, some, recognition.
Well, I appreciate you saying that. It's
So, who do you sit with? Are you with the tower? Are you elsewhere?
Right now, I'm not with anyone officially yet, but
Hmm. It must be good to be sitting on the fence at the moment.
it might change. But I don't know. I'm I'm just, as I said, I'm just laying low and seeing what happens. Though I have been, well, primarily during the offensive on the long night, I was fighting alongside members of the circle.
They're an interesting bunch.
They are.
If
They
you
are.
want my advice, I'd stay away from the tower. I'd stay away from the victors as far as you can.
I thought you were a Judex for the tower.
Currently,
Is that soon to change?
the tower is crumbling, Mason, and I don't intend to be crushed when it does. I mean, if a city can't even handle its own affairs by bringing in other people, then what's the point? Surely we should be self-sufficient by now, not having to depend on the other big cities to bring in other people.
We've had a series of bad mistakes by some top enforcers. First, you have Dekimov. Can't imagine Bob's the scourge anymore, and he's missing. Andre's indisposed, and then me, with Declius gone. The number of people who can be the top enforcer for the tower is diminishing each month.
And yet the power of the other ones just seems to keep growing. I mean, if what you're saying is correct, it was basically the Circle of the Chrome that was responsible for helping with the long night. I
At
haven't
least
read any. I haven't read any of the reports that there was many Invictus there.
I think they were busy trying to trying to stop the fires getting out of control.
Doing what Invictus does best.
Mm.
Letting the others get their hands dirty and then dealing with the aftermath.
So I would say. But I'm not, at the moment, I'm in no position to judge. I'm in no position to judge what they do or don't do. I'm just here trying to get by. And we didn't have much warning on that night. Bob took one of their leaders and then they attacked.
So Bob was the impulsive one on this one, then.
Yeah.
Not entirely surprising.
That's probably why he's in hiding, because he knows he's going to get a lot of the blame for this.
Probably.
But Bob's not around, then I guess that falls to me.
They'd have to push blame onto someone, didn't they?
I suppose we'll have to see at Elysium. I can't imagine the Prince will wait to inform people of what happened and of a full accounting of losses on both sides.
It will certainly be an interesting evening. I certainly look forward to it.
Well, that makes one of us.
Shouldn't be so hard on yourself. You did a lot more than most people would have done that evening. If I was aware that anything was going down, I would have been there myself. But of course, the message didn't get through till the following evening.
Yeah, that was the problem. We couldn't rouse many people to respond so quickly because those that we could have were already under siege. They went after the Strip, the university, some major hubs,
Mm.
and obviously already in the parish.
Yes, it's fair to say Valatsky wasn't best pleased when I spoke to him last. He was the one who actually told me what happened. I wasn't aware until he contacted me saying that things had transpired the evening before.
Did he tell you where he was during that evening?
No. Conveniently enough.
I didn't know. I don't know either. I was with him, and then when I got a call by members of the circle volunteering to help, Vlatsky refused to help. When I would not, he left me.
As much as I can see why, that was not a time for petty covenant disputes.
And that's what I tried to tell him. But he made it out at least.
Yes, and it seems he's gone to ground as well.
That makes sense. He's at the epicenter of at least where they were. Who knows where the rest of them are now? Well, I imagine the Archon's working on that. If you want, I can put you in touch with him.
You have his phone number?
I do. And he'll give you the phone number of one James E. Barber.
Thank you.
He's an Invictus man through and through.
Oh, Jesus. Of course. Great. This is going to go swimmingly.
Well,
I assume you'll be at Elysium.
Yes, I don't think running from whatever happens is going to be is a good idea. It looks a lot better, and it will go a lot better if I just face it head on. Whatever happens, the public dismantling or tearing down of my position and my capability.
We'll see what happens first.
We will. I could be just being pessimistic. It wouldn't be the first time. But whatever happens, they won't be completely without cause for whatever they do. But the people who I care about, what they think of me, it won't be affected by what happens this Elysium.
Not in the slightest.
And that's what matters to me.
Good.
So what's your plan then? If you don't mind me asking, if you're planning on leaving the Invictus?
Elysium's going to be an interesting evening.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to spoil the surprise.
Well, I've been thinking about it for a long time.
Yeah.
And I've spoken to a few of the other covenants, and I've seen how the way they operate. But I just need to take some time to think about my family and I think that about them is my first priority, I think.
The Nosferatu.
And, there isn't many of us left, if you haven't noticed.
I can relate. The number of Mecha is dwindling. We still need to find a new Priscus.
Hmm. Wait, have you not got a Priscus at the moment?
It was Bartholomew.
Ah, damn. Well, I'm sure someone will step up at Elysium, most likely.
I'm sure there'll be. I'm sure bids will start. I don't imagine this will be taken over. I don't imagine this will be dealt with at Elysium.
We'll see if they'll just bring another outsider in. They might decide to. I don't know.
We'll see. There's some contenders, I think. I think the Carthians are gonna try their best.
The Carthians seem to try their best to win where they can. They seem an interesting bunch.
They do. They do.
But I think after Elysium, it's going to be a case of just seeing how things go for a while and helping out the long night if I can.
Hopefully, they won't be. They shouldn't be a problem for too much longer. But we'll see. Either way, they're not going to be able to pull another attack like that.
Not without their leaders, no. But
all the numbers they lost, from what I'm aware of, maybe close to 20 of their numbers. So they lost it a lot.
A lot for a small group to take.
Yeah. They're probably on the run at the moment, or just hiding.
But they're no more better at hiding than we are. So if they're here, we'll still find them.
I have no doubt about that.
Well, yeah, he gestures over towards the person who's holding his coat, and he stands up, gets to put it on. I understand these last few nights have been harsh. He pulls out a business card. You need anything? He just puts it on the table. Just let me know. I'm around. I try my best. He puts his hat on.
Thank you, Mr. Grant.
Anytime, Mr. Cassidy. I'm sure I'll be hearing from you soon. If not, I shall see you at Elysium.
I'm sure you will.
He nods his head before taking his leave. He walks directly out of the hotel.
Mason takes the card, looks it over, puts it in his wallet, and then just sits there for a little bit longer before also leaving the Crane Hotel.